The things that come into your life that you like, they come into your life because you have a program to accept them. But those things that we want and we work hard and we sweat over and put a lot of effort, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make this happen. I'm working on it. I'm working real hard. Why are you working so hard? And the answer is not because the universe won't give it to you, is because unconsciously your program does not support that destination and you're trying to override it with extra work and effort. So then life becomes a job, more or less, trying to get those things you want when your program unconsciously is sabotaging you.
Imagine your life as a tapestry woven from the threads of your internal programming. Every experience, every joy, and every challenge is intricately stitched because of the patterns you've accepted within. Human existence unfolds between the sacred moments of our first and last breaths. Picture Maslow's hierarchy of needs as a towering pyramid, its base rooted in immediate survival, then ascending through safety and security, love and belonging, self-esteem and compassion, and ultimately reaching the pinnacle of self-actualization. This structure beautifully mirrors the layers of human development and well-being. Just as Maslow's pyramid roots our survival in essentials like food and shelter, the very foundation is even more elemental: breath. Oxygen is the silent force that underpins every level of our existence, without which all other needs become irrelevant. Maslow emphasized that when basic needs remain unfulfilled, loftier aspirations fade into insignificance. Imagine someone shivering in the cold. They need warmth first. Or think of someone gasping for air. Nothing else matters at that moment. Thus, the journey begins with the simple, rhythmic act of breathing. Considering the profound importance of breath, it's surprising that from our earliest days, we're not taught how to breathe effectively. It's often assumed that breathing comes naturally, but many of us miss out on its deeper, life-enhancing benefits. Breathing is the rhythm of life, and should be one of the foundational skills we master. But it's not just about taking in oxygen, it goes much further. In this video, we'll explore how breathing is essential, not only for physical survival, but also for mental and emotional well-being. We'll delve into how controlled breathing, often referred to as pranayama in ancient practices, can enhance our health, elevate our energy, and even improve our ability to focus and achieve our goals. By the end of this video, you'll learn practical exercises to incorporate these techniques into your daily routine. As we dive deeper into the science of breath, it's important to introduce the concept of prana, a term from ancient traditions that parallels what modern science might call bioenergy or vital force. Prana, derived from Sanskrit, means life force or vital breath. Similar concepts exist across cultures: ether in ancient Greek thought, mana in Polynesian cultures, and qi in traditional Chinese medicine. These ideas point to the universal belief in a life-sustaining energy that we can harness for better health and harmony.
And now, with the new science, it's called epigenetics. It sounds like genetics, but epi means above. So what we call skin, epidermis, because just below the surface skin is a layer called the dermis. Epidermis means above the dermis, that's the skin. So I say epigenetics means control epi, above the genes. And now there's a whole new understanding because we're not victims of the genes. We understand now that we actually control our genetic activity through our consciousness, or subconscious, more importantly, because that's 95% of the time.
Bruce Lipton's insights into epigenetics highlight how our thoughts and environment can influence our biology, aligning with the ancient idea of prana. Just as epigenetics reveals how our thoughts can shape our genetic activity, ancient traditions teach us how prana, or vital energy, can be consciously directed through breath to enhance our health and well-being. Think of your breath as a tool, not just for survival, but for optimizing your health and energy levels. Controlled breathing can unlock creativity, sharpen focus, and support your overall well-being. Prana, much like the concept of bioenergy in science, serves as the link between our body and mind. However, modern lifestyles often lead to poor habits that weaken this connection. Just as Bruce Lipton explains how our thoughts can control genetic activity, imagine your breath as a way to restore and balance your internal energy. Without this energy, life ceases. Ancient cultures believed that life ends when prana leaves the body, emphasizing the importance of maintaining its flow through effective breathing techniques.
But then the most important question comes, what chemistry should the brain put in to the blood? What chemistry? And then comes the answer, which is so blow away. And the answer is this: whatever picture you hold in your mind, the brain translates that into complementary chemistry. And all of a sudden it says, oh my God, your thoughts are being turned into complementary chemistry, which then controls your genetics. And this all of a sudden says, well, then if I want to change my genetics, do I have to go in and change the cells in the genetics? I said, no, it's changing your thought. That's all you have to do.
The idea that thoughts influence reality aligns with the concept of directing energy within the body. Prana, or vital energy, is absorbed from the earth through natural, fresh foods, from water through pure, revitalized liquids, from air through mindful breathing, and from sunlight through the skin. Sunlight is another essential source of prana. Picture the sun's warmth on your skin, energizing your body, boosting your mood, and helping regulate your internal clock. Among all elements, air is the most essential and ever-present source of prana, offering us constant access to life-giving energy. Just as prana permeates everything, controlled breathing helps us harness this energy, revitalizing our body and mind.
And all of a sudden I said, oh my God, the cell fate wasn't controlled by the genes, it was controlled by the environment in which the cells live. And if you change the environment, you change the fate of the cells. So that completely canceled the idea that genes were in control. So in the human body, it's the blood chemistry that actually activates the genetics in the cell.
As Bruce Lipton highlights the brain's role in creating complementary chemistry based on our thoughts, through controlled breathing practices, known as pranayamas, you can learn to consciously direct this energy, activating what is often referred to as the Kundalini, a powerful energy that, when harnessed, can lead to higher states of awareness. Pranayama practices harness this principle by channeling prana through the body, ensuring a balanced flow of energy that supports both physical and mental well-being. Prana, in its simplest form, means life force or energy. Pranayama is the practice of controlling this life force through breath. But where is prana stored, and how does it circulate? Imagine the body as a network of channels, somewhat like the meridians in traditional Chinese medicine, through which energy flows. There are said to be 72,000 of these channels, carrying prana throughout the body, with 3 major channels being particularly important for spiritual and physical health. When these channels are blocked, it disrupts the flow of prana, leading to imbalances. By mastering breath control, we can consciously influence and enhance prana throughout our body. Proper breathing forms the foundation for improved health and elevated consciousness. Increasing prana directly impacts our ability to manifest our desires in the physical world. Imagine each breath as a way to fuel your body's natural processes and creative potential.
Again, and this is part of the physics, quantum physics, everything is vibration. You put out a good vibration, the only thing that responds to a good vibration is a good vibration. Bad vibrations are on a different frequency. They don't mix each other. You put out a vibration, you're going to get back what that vibration is. It's called resonance. People say it, but most people don't understand it. But from a biomedical physics point of view, life is energy. Energy in our body is what fuels us, keeps us moving. I put my energy into things that enhance my life or enhance the life of my community. That's where I put my energy. And why? Because it's giving me something productive with my energy. Most people waste their energy.
As Bruce Lipton discusses, everything is energy, whether we call it prana, chi, or bioenergy. Mastering how we manage this energy enhances our creative power, helping us to eliminate blockages and raise our overall vibration, attracting positive outcomes into our lives. Higher prana levels also enhance focus and attention, which are crucial for effective manifestation. For example, when practicing visualization techniques, higher prana levels enable clearer and more vivid mental images, helping to bring your goals to life more effectively.
And the reason why he plays the subconscious programs is because the conscious mind is busy thinking, and thinking is an inside job, not looking out. And I go, yeah, well, let's say I'm driving my car and I start thinking, and then my conscious is not looking out now. My conscious is thinking of something. I said, well, then who's driving the car? And I go, this is the most important point. The subconscious is autopilot. The moment the conscious is not paying any attention about something, subconscious sits in and starts driving the car according to the program, and that's where the issues come from. The subconscious programs were downloaded by observing other people. So when you're playing your subconscious, you're not playing you're playing your download, really, and you don't see it.
As Bruce Lipton explains, when our conscious mind isn't actively engaged, our subconscious takes over, often relying on old patterns and programs that may not serve our highest good. This is why consistent mindful practices like proper breathing are crucial. They allow us to consciously influence our subconscious programming, enhancing our prana levels and maintaining a balanced state of energy throughout the day. By practicing proper breathing consistently, we can gently guide the subconscious, removing blockages and optimizing our overall well-being. Effective breathing uses the diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle that separates the chest from the abdomen and plays a key role in respiration. When inhaling, the diaphragm contracts and moves downward, allowing the lungs to fill with air. When exhaling, the diaphragm relaxes and moves upward, expelling air. Mastering diaphragmatic breathing ensures optimal oxygen intake, enhances prana flow, and supports overall health and well-being. From a physiological perspective, the diaphragm not only facilitates efficient breathing, but also plays a crucial role in balancing energy within the body. Positioned above the diaphragm are the heart, lungs, and brain, which are key for immediate responses to stress or danger. Below the diaphragm are the liver, kidneys, stomach, and intestines, which are essential for long-term functions like digestion and metabolism. The diaphragm acts as a gatekeeper, helping to balance energy between the body's immediate needs and its long-term health. When you breathe deeply and engage the diaphragm, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which promotes relaxation and healing, reducing stress and anxiety. Shallow, chest-focused breathing can activate the sympathetic nervous system, putting the body into a stress response, raising the heart rate, tensing muscles, and accelerating the mind. This constant state of stress can contribute to long-term health issues, but diaphragmatic breathing can help counteract these effects, promoting relaxation and better overall health.
I've really, over the years in my study, now I really understand how you change it. And the idea is, well, how do you change a program? That was the issue. Not how you change the conscious mind, how do you change the subconscious mind? Because it doesn't learn. Conscious mind learns by just whatever you read the book, I learned it, okay? Subconscious mind doesn't learn that way. I say, how does it learn? I say, the first way we learned programs was hypnosis, because the function of the brain was at a lower vibration. So the first way of changing a belief system is to get into theta, and this is called self-hypnosis. Put the earphones on, play the program.
As Bruce Lipton highlights, while the conscious mind easily learns from books or experiences, the subconscious mind clings to deep-seated patterns that don't easily change. To effectively reprogram the subconscious, it's essential to enter a deep state of relaxation, known as theta, which is where the brain is most receptive to new information, much like in hypnosis. Mindful breathing plays a crucial role in this process, as deep, controlled breathing can help slow down brain waves, guiding you into the theta state more easily. By combining proper breathing techniques with self-hypnosis, you can create the optimal conditions for reprogramming the subconscious, instilling new, positive beliefs that align with your goals for health, happiness, and success. To ensure you're breathing correctly with your diaphragm, place one hand on your lower abdomen and the other on your chest. Proper diaphragmatic breathing will cause your abdomen to expand with each inhalation while your chest remains still. Lying on your back can help you check your technique more easily. Be mindful of your breathing throughout the day and adjust as needed. With consistent practice, this will become your natural breathing pattern. This simple adjustment can significantly enhance your quality of life, energy levels, and overall awareness. After highlighting the importance of diaphragmatic breathing in our daily lives, we can now move towards specific pranayamas to elevate our internal prana. Among the many energy channels in the body, 3 hold significant importance for physical and mental well-being. One governs cooling energy, another governs warming energy, and a central channel balances these forces. By mastering these pranayamas, we can effectively balance these energies, leading to enhanced physical health, mental clarity, and overall well-being.
Well, all these things are helpful, but the most specific ones are when you have put in a program that you specifically want to be true in your life. The only part of you that is hearing that program is the subconscious, because that's how it works in theta. So you can download, it's called self-hypnosis, and that's how you can do it. That's number one. And the second way that you put programs in is doing something that you practice and repeat. Practice and repeat. Habituation. You make a habit by practicing it. Habituation is the second form.
Building on Bruce Lipton's insights, the key to reprogramming the subconscious lies not only in accessing the theta state, but also in the consistent reinforcement of new habits. This mirrors the practice of pranayama, where repetition and mindful control of breath gradually reshape how energy flows through the body. By consciously guiding our breath through the body's energy channels, just as we guide our thoughts in self-hypnosis, we can create lasting changes that support our overall mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. Recognizing the intricate link between thought and biology underscores the necessity of mastering breath and energy flow for overall well-being. The cooling energy pathway runs along the left side of the spine, influencing mental functions and emotions. The warming energy pathway flows along the right side, regulating bodily functions and physical activity. The central channel, crucial for balance, facilitates the flow of prana, or energy, and is key to maintaining overall health. Just as these pathways intersect around the central channel, they influence how we breathe. Cooling energy flows through the left nostril, while warming energy flows through the right. Typically, one nostril is more active than the other at any given time, with the dominance alternating every 1 to 2 hours. When the left nostril is more active, the cooling energy helps promote calmness, though it can also lead to feelings of lethargy. When the right nostril is dominant, the warming energy drives focus and action, but can also lead to stress. Achieving balance between these pathways ensures optimal energy flow and overall well-being.
The subconscious is 1,000,000 times more powerful a computer than the conscious mind. So I say, you're going to take this little small conscious mind and try to run the bigger computer. It's like, that doesn't work. Let go of the control. Focus on what you want, but don't try and tell the universe how it's going to happen. Remember I said, we did the habit, we did the practice, whether you're driving a car or hitting the golf ball. Practice, practice. You just keep repeating it, because repeating is habituation. Practice, repeat, repeat. And then one day you wake up and guess what? You're happy. Why? Because once that program is installed, then the expression of that subconscious will manifest that program.
Bruce Lipton's exploration of the subconscious mind and the resonance of vibrations underscores a fundamental truth. The energy we cultivate through our thoughts and habits directly influences the reality we experience. Just as repeated practice shapes our subconscious programs, the intentional use of breath through pranayama channels this energy, creating a resonance that aligns with our highest intentions. By mastering these techniques, we ensure that our vibrations and energy flow harmoniously, fostering a life of balance, well-being, and fulfillment. When we bring our attention inward through balanced breathing, we activate the central energy channel, creating a harmonious flow that fosters better mental clarity and focus. When the central channel is active, both nostrils tend to balance, leading to a state of calm, yet energized focus, a state that is often fleeting in our busy lives. The central channel is also connected to higher states of awareness, much like the concept of flow in psychology, where everything seems to align effortlessly.
A new form of psychology has come about called energy psychology. I don't have to go backwards to find out how I got a program. I have the program. I don't have to go back and say, who created that program in me? What incidents created that? Who was responsible? That's more the cognitive end. And I go, it's irrelevant. What? You have the program now. They're not here anymore. So do I have to go back? And the answer is no, you have to deal with the program. And I said, well, what's the program? Well, we talked about that. I said, just look at your life, wherever you're struggling. It's not because the universe wants you to struggle. You're struggling because you're programmed. So now this thing is, do I have to go back? I say, no, what is it you want versus what you have? And there's a process called super learning. And you go, what's super learning? Well, I can tell you some people how they go into a bookstore and they can move their finger down the page of a book. As fast as they move that finger down, just like boom, like a second or two, they read every word on that page. That's super learning. You could read a book in 15 minutes or something like that. If you can engage the superlearning process, then you can get a reprogramming, not in days, weeks, or whatever. You can get a reprogramming of your programs in 15, 20 minutes. Walk away a completely different after that. So energy psychology is a number of modalities that engage the superlearning process. And in that process, then you can rewrite a program and walk away 15, 20 minutes later with a different life experience. It's like miracle, magic.
Beyond the practices of breath and balance, Bruce Lipton introduces us to a new frontier in reprogramming the subconscious mind, energy psychology. This approach takes the principles we've explored and accelerates them, allowing for rapid transformation through techniques like superlearning. Building on this transformative potential of energy psychology, we can see how advanced techniques complement the foundational practices of breath and mindfulness. While energy psychology offers rapid reprogramming, pranayama and focused breathing remain essential tools for maintaining and deepening these changes over time. Bruce Lipton's thoughts on editing our internal programs align with the practice of pranayama, where we continually refine our breath and energy flow to achieve higher states of well-being. Techniques like alternate nostril breathing are designed to balance the body's energy and mind. This practice involves closing one nostril while breathing through the other, then alternating. It calms the nervous system and promotes a balanced state of consciousness. To practice, sit comfortably with a straight back. Use your thumb and ring finger to alternate blocking each nostril. Inhale through the left nostril for 4 seconds while blocking the right nostril. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Exhale through the same nostril for another 4 seconds, and hold your breath for 4 more seconds. Then, inhale through the right nostril for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds. Exhale through the right nostril for 4 seconds, and hold again for 4 seconds. This completes one cycle. You can repeat this cycle as many times as needed, but 3 to 5 minutes is usually sufficient to balance the body's energy channels. With this pranayama, your controlled breath regulates the energy flow in the body, promoting balance and harmony. Now we will use another breathing technique to elevate prana through the central channel. By practicing this technique, you recharge with energy and elevate your focus and mental clarity. Here's the next breathing technique, or Kundalini pranayama, to perform. Inhale through the nose for 8 seconds, then hold the breath for 3 seconds. As you inhale, imagine drawing energy up from the base of your spine to your forehead. While holding your breath, focus on the space between your eyebrows. When you exhale, don't stress about timing. Instead, visualize directing the energy towards your heart, filling you with calm and focus.
If you're an unhappy person and you're broadcasting that, the only person that will be affected by that unhappiness is somebody else is unhappy because they're resonating from the same thing. So all of a sudden I realized as I started to change, is like, be happy. Just be happy. Yeah. And it's like people want to be happy. That's an innate, that's like a child. Children are born in love. And then they acquire whatever the behavior is from their parents and stuff like that. But they innately a child is recognizing love because love means safety. When we have people test for the belief, I love myself, 80 to 90% of every audience will not test positive to I love myself. And I go, where the hell did this come from? Well, the first thing is this, being criticized as a child because you downloaded the criticisms, not good enough, not smart enough, not lovable, whatever the parents were trying to help you get better, they made it worse because they put those programs in. I started to recognize, oh my God, people, if you can't love yourself, then you can't accept love. That's the other very important thing. Because if someone says they love you and you have a mind, I'm not lovable, then you look at them and go, well, obviously you have no quality control. I know I'm not lovable. What are you saying? And you'll push people away and then nobody will be there. And then guess what? You say, see, I'm not lovable. Nobody's here. But you didn't realize you were responding to that. It was a wake-up call to myself when I realized I was not loving myself. And when you're not loving yourself, you will sabotage yourself all the time because then you'll manifest the truth. See, I'm not lovable. Nobody's here. You didn't realize you chased them away. Now they're not here. I changed that. And that was the most critical moment Because if I love myself, then I'm happy with myself.
Bruce Lipton's profound insight into the impact of self-love and the resonance of our internal beliefs underscores the necessity of consciously cultivating positive energy within ourselves. Just as our breath can guide and balance the flow of prana through our bodies, it can also be a powerful tool in reprogramming our subconscious mind. By combining mindful breathing with affirmations of self-love and worthiness, we can align our energy with our true desires, transforming both our inner world and the reality we manifest. This insight from Bruce Lipton serves as a powerful reminder to trust in the natural flow of energy, aligning our conscious and subconscious minds with our true desires. The yogic complete breath involves a full inhalation, filling the abdomen, lower lungs, chest, and upper chest, ensuring maximum oxygen intake. This practice can be enhanced by setting specific intentions, such as using the breath to focus your mind and clear distractions, aiding your mental clarity and focus. Additionally, incorporating positive affirmations like, "I am capable," "I am worthy," "I embrace change," and "I trust the process" during inhalation can reinforce positive thinking and self-belief. To practice this breathing technique, follow these steps. Inhale deeply through the nose, visualizing energy rising from the base of your spine and passing through each point of focus until it reaches the forehead. Mentally repeat the affirmation, "I am love," 4 times as you do this. Hold your focus on the forehead for 3 seconds, connecting with your inner goals. As you exhale, repeat the affirmation once more, directing the energy towards your heart, allowing the focus and energy to expand. By focusing on the forehead and then the heart, you enhance the clarity and focus of your desires, allowing them to manifest more effectively.
By experiencing it again and again and again, you're just repetition. That's what we talked about, habituation. Now you're just taking an old pattern and habituating it to even make it stronger than it was before.
Yeah.
So these are ways that, how can I shortcut the system? And how can I get in touch with that subconscious to do this? If you habituate a new behavior, then that will download.
Yeah.
It takes a little longer, but than before age 7, but it's still how you put a program in. Habit, repeating and repeating this, it becomes habit at that point. I said the conscious mind is wishes and desires. The subconscious mind is program. Yes. What if you took your wishes and desires and put them in as programs? Then the answer is what? Whether you're conscious or whether you're subconscious, you're still going to the same destination.
Yeah.
And that's the secret part. This is not a lifelong struggle. Once the programs are set, you don't have to work on it anymore. It's already done. So we are creators. We came here to create. But if you've been programmed, then you're not creating. The program is creating. And the idea is if you can then use your creation to put the program in that you want, then you can manifest what you want in this life. That's basically what it is. And the absolute truth is, and I believe this with the most certainty, that people think you die and then you can go to heaven if you did well. And I say, boy, you missed it, because this to me is heaven. I say, why is this heaven? I say, because this is where you came to create. We're creating. And unfortunately, we've been programmed to create stuff that we don't even like. So then we're not creators. We're just playing the program. And if you understand it, then don't waste this life.
Yeah.
Because heaven on earth is a reality. This is.